welcome to the lecture series of Advanced Java Programming. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about some of the topics in the Unit 2. So, these are the Unit 2 contents. So, first one is the introduction to the Java Beans, advantages of the Java Beans, BDK introspection, using bound properties, bean info interfaces, constraint properties, persistence, and customizers on the Java Bean API. Let's coming to the today's session, the introduction to the Java Bean. So many software components and many software computer models are using the reusability concept. So what is meant by reusability? The reusability is one of the most important topic in any software computer models. So the reusability is the one of the most important topic in any software computer models. The reusability is a self-contained document. The self-contained documents are worked under the motto of the develop them once and run and reuse them everywhere. For example, we are creating one component. For that component, we are using in the many number of application and we are reusing and rerunning the components in the anywhere, any platform, in any number of times. So, the reusability concept is added into the Java programming by using the Java Beans. Right, coming to the point, what is meant by a Java Bean? The Java Bean is a reusability and platform independent component. What is meant by a Java Bean? The Java Bean is a reusable and platform independent component. So, what is meant by reusability? We are creating once and we are rerunning the component in any way. That is the reusability. What is meant by platform independent? The platform independence means we are creating one application. If the application can be changed according to the platform, that is the platform dependent application. Whereas this Java Beans does not change according to the platform. That means these are the platform independent variables. So what is a bean? The bean is a reusable and the platform independent variables. And these components can be manipulated by using the builder tools. And the Java Beans are introduced in the 1996 by Sun Microsystems. Based on the Java platform, Java Beans are the classes. So what is that? The Java Beans are the simply as the classes. What are the classes having? The classes having the data members and the member functions. Like that, the Java Beans are having the member functions and the data members. And these classes can encapsulate many number of objects into a single object. So what is that? The bean classes can encapsulate many number of objects into a single object. That is a bean. So let's give a definition for the bean. A bean have many number of objects that can be encapsulated into a single bean. And the bean components can be manipulated visually in a builder tool. And the builder tool enables us to create and use the bean for the application purpose. So, we are using the beans for the any application purpose. In simple words, what is the bean? The Java Bean is a Java class. When these Java Beans are used in other applications, for example, we are having the Swing programs, AWT classes, and these are the examples for the Java Bean. GUI components are the ideal Java Beans. Let's coming to the components of a Java Bean. Definition of a bean can be defined. The definition of a bean can be there in a class is known as the components. So what is a bean? We can simply say it as a component. So every bean class having the definition of a bean is known as the components. These classes contain the design convention. So here we are having the two types of component. What are the two types of component? First one is the GUI based and the second one is the non-GUI based. For example, what are the Java Bean components here? J buttons, J text field, J. These are the examples for the components. So, this is the Java Bean component. So, Java Bean is simply a Java class. The Java class having the data members and the member functions and the constructors we can also including in the class. Here, so the Java Bean is a simple Java class. These are the Java Bean components. These are the rules to create the Java Bean. What is this? The public class. What is the public class? For every Java Bean, we have to declare the class as a public. Next, public no argument constructor. While we are creating any constructor, we have to declare the public or constructor and may have the accessor method. So the Java Bean may have the accessor method, that is getter setter methods we have used in the Java Bean components. May have the registration, that means we are declaring the member variables. So in the Java Bean components we are creating the member variables by using the private and the public accessors and the designation methods. Here in the designation methods, we are implementing the Java Bean components to the serializable interface. So, what are the 5 rules we are having? The 5 rules are the first one is the every Java Bean, the class must be in a public and we can create the no argument constructor as a public and we have the getter and the setter methods and we may have the registration, that means and the data members are variables are must be declared in the private or public and designation methods are. The designation methods here the every class, every Java Bean component that can be implemented by using the serializable interface. These are the 5 rules that are used to create the Java Beans class. The class that contains definition of a bean is known as the components of a Java Bean and this class follows the certain design conventions. It includes the properties, events, methods and the persistence. And the properties, events, method and persistence, these are the capabilities that we are giving for any bean component. So what is the property? The property is a named attribute of a bean. Here the properties means what is the behavior, what is the state, what is the appearance of a bean that will be given to the any bean component. For example, we are taking the color, label, font size and display size. These are the properties that we are giving for the any Java Bean. Method. What is the method? To perform any action. In that situation, we are assigning the methods to the Java Bean component. The methods are same as the normal Java methods in a class. It does not follow any specific naming connection, but here in the Java Beans, we are using the setter and the getter method. The setter methods can also be known as the mutators and getter methods can also be known as the accessors. So, every Java Bean component that can be have the setter and the getter method. An event. So, the event is same as in the Java programming. It is an object that is created when something changes with a graphical user interface. For example, if a user clicks on a button, so click on a combo boxes or types characters into a text field. These are the examples for creating the events or generating the events. Next one, the persistent. What is going to be persistent? So the serializable interface enables the Java Bean to store its state and the Java Beans has the no argument constructor. So the persistent means we are saving or we are retrieving we are storing what is the state of a bean. That is the persistent state. We are storing or retrieving the state of a bean. That is the persistent. Let's see the properties in Java Bean. The Java Bean properties can be accessed by the users of the object. The bean can have the properties read, write, read only, write only options. What are the properties for any bean having? Read, write, read only and write only options we are having. And we can access these properties with the help of the get property name and the set property name. The get property name, it is also known as the getter and the accessor methods. For example, if the property name is title, so how can I declare the title? By using the get title. Here the title, what is the title here? The T is the capital letter. So because after the get and the set method, it is mandatory to write the starting letter of the name is uppercase letter. Set property name. So the set property name is used to assign the values for the another object. And get values, we are using the getter method. The getter methods are used to retrieve the objects. So every getter and the setter methods, it is mandatory to write the what is the name we are giving, that is in the capital letter. The first letter is in the uppercase letter. Let's see how to write a Java bean program by using the getter and the setter methods. Let's see one example program how to write a Java bean. So first of all we have to include the package. What is the package here? The package by package. We are importing the package, and next the class must be public. The public class employee implements the serialize. Let's see one example program how to write a Java beans. Okay, the first one, what is that? We have to import the package, that is package my package. Next, the class must be public and the class implements a serializable interface, that is public class. Employee, we are creating the class and which is implement the java.io.serializable interface. And next, we are declaring the variables as in the private or public. Here I am taking the private int id. Next, private string name. So here another variable I am taking, that is the name variable. The public employee constructor. Here I am constructing one constructor and the constructor does not having any arguments. That is the no argument constructor. Here I am creating and the constructor is declared in the public. Next, public void set id integer id. Next, open braces, this dot id equals to id semicolon. So here I am setting the id setter property I am using here. So in the setter property of id, here I am assigning the this dot id equals to id. Next here. Next, I am using the getter property. What is the getter property here? Public int get id and it returns the id. So the setter property is used to set the values from one object to the another object, and the get properties are used to return the values. Next one, public void set name and get name. So public void set name, here we are using the string name and this dot name equals to name. Next, public string get name. So here we are using the get id and the get name. In the get id we are including the integer. In the get name we are inserting the string. So what are the data types we are including for that? We have to include in the get and the get id and the get name. So this is a simple example how to write a program of Java beans. Let's see the advantages of the Java beans. The Java beans are the reusable component, and these components can write once and run in anywhere, anytime, and we can run in different environments. And these Java beans can be updated all the benefits of the Java programming. And the Java beans are used to create any applications like applets, servlets, and we can also create any other components. We can create the other components. And the Java beans are dynamic. Why we are using the dynamic? Because if we want to create or we want to insert any properties for the bean or any properties for the component, we can declare or we can assign in the after the compilation process. That's why the Java beans are the dynamic. And the customized Java beans that can be deployed in network system. It is designed to operate in different localizations in the global market. So for the purpose of the reusability, what is the reusability? We are creating it once in one machine and we are reusing and rerunning the application in many number of times in anywhere in any platform. Further, so the Java beans can operate correctly in different localization in a global market. And the next configuration settings of a bean can be saved in the persistent state. So what is the persistent state? We are storing the or retrieving the state of the beans. That is the persistent. And the beans are used to receive the events, sends the events and create the events to the objects. That are the advantages of a bean. So these are the advantages of the Java bean. In today's lecture, what we have discussed about what is meant by a bean and what is the use of a bean. And here we are having some advantages of a Java bean. So what is meant by a bean? So what is meant by a bean? The bean is a many number. It is a collection of objects that can be encapsulated into a single object. That is a bean. And we have seen the what are the capabilities of a bean. We are having the four capabilities: properties, events, methods, and the persistent. Properties means what is the state, what is the behavior, what is the appearance of a bean. That can be given by using the properties and method. If we want to set the any property and we have to get any properties of that bean, that component, that can be used by using the getter and the setter methods to perform any actions by using the methods. And events, we are generating some events like mouse click, mouse press. Those are the events we are generating in the Java beans. Persistent, suppose we want to store the information about the bean. That means what is the behavior of a bean, what is the appearance of a bean, what is the state, and what is the, suppose we want to save the what is the state of a bean, that can be stored by using the persistent. And we have some advantages of a Java bean, and we can also see one simple example for the Java bean program. Thank you everyone. Thank you for listening the class.